Hello, hello. Here we are. Woke up with the song Hallelujah in my mind. Got rainbow showing its face. Rainbows. Transformation. We've got the traffic cone. I've already shuffled these cards, but I mean, I like doing this. The split of the deck informations is nice. Why are you so face down and don't want to come up? This is the candy. Don't take the candy, folks. Don't take candy from strangers. Heck, for someone you know even. Someone's trying to sugarcoat something. Maybe a doctor's trying to sugarcoat something. Just come at it already. I don't like sugarcoat. I just like things just real, to the point, authentic, transparent. A doctor sugarcoating something. Transition, trying to block a transition. A promise of a transition. Oh yeah, that's just the cherry on top. This reminds me, I don't know why it reminds me of, but when I was having my heart issues, apparent heart issues, that I went to 4 different cardiologists and vascular surgeons to look into. The general doctor that I went to, before we even had the feedback from a specialist, wanted to put me on beta blockers. And I did the research on beta blockers, and I found that if you have a low blood pressure, then the beta blockers will end up lowering your blood pressure even more. So I had to ask her, I was like, are you I don't think that we should prescribe me a beta blocker. One, first from hearing from a specialist, and two, if I already have low blood pressure, that's going to lower it even more. I don't think that's safe. She said, oh, okay, then we could go ahead and wait on it then, if you're comfortable with that. Yeah. This is also the same doctor. Now, granted, I asked if they could do a look into my organs just to make sure that there wasn't anything going on, because apparently my appendix, it had gangrene on it, I was told. And mind you, I wasn't told this until 3 days after I got out of the hospital at my follow-up appointment, that my appendix had actually burst prior to going into surgery. And so I was in the hospital 3 days. And again, I was not told that information until I left the hospital at the follow-up appointment. So with that being said, I was concerned that maybe when it had burst, that maybe fragments had gotten somewhere else. And I was like, okay, well, I would, for my own sanity, I would like to have them look at my organs and make sure there's not any gangrene or anything growing on any of my other organs. And mind you, they took it upon themselves. I don't know if this is just standard practice, but they literally measured every single one of my organs. So, anywho, there was a promise, perhaps, of taking somebody a few feet south of where they stand. Maybe this was blocked, or maybe someone wanted to block someone's opportunity for promise. This is somehow the cherry on top of things. The sweetness of the doctor that we had before. It's just cherry on top to the whole scenario. We've got the jacket coming out again and creating. Someone was trying to create a scenario that was going to cause someone to feel like they were not well, or that's creating a situation for someone who is not feeling well and needs some kind of attention or assistance. We have someone making life-altering decisions, taking a huge gamble on something that will completely change their life. It could be that doctor who's trying to hide something, was trying to sidetrack someone. Trying to direct their path. This is halfway uncovered. This is the halfway, the little puppies under the sheets. It's kind of like that one leg in, one leg out. That's halfway connected. Do you hear me? Are you hearing your intuition? You're hearing the messages places. You are aware. It's a gift to be able to see the good and the bad, because a lot of times you just see the good. At least that's where I was. I only saw the good in the world. I didn't even want to believe that there was any kind of like bad in the world. The first situation was when we had the serial person who was captured, I believe, by the by the community members down in Los Angeles. And this person struck during a time that I was out of the state visiting family members. 3 different family members, one of which I don't remember anything that happened, or I don't remember any of the visit that happened at their place out in the Midwest. Anywho, when I got back off the plane, we were all of a sudden whisked off to a hotel, because where we lived, we were only like maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles from where he had struck. So that was my first, other than bullies at school, that was my first situation with that. When I was in elementary school, I had a fellow elementary school person completely run in the classroom and pin me down to a table trying to kiss me. I think I was like in 4th grade. And another student came in and pulled him off of me. It was so bizarre. And then, of course, my hero, he and I were like, boyfriend, girlfriend for a minute. Anywho, we've got the white skate fish being our overall energy, someone who is using the resources of others. They only live about 4 or 5 years, if I recall. Their eggs are super huge. Right? Maybe it's a huge new beginning. Someone's trying to take the resources from somebody so they can't have that super great beginning. We've got that impossible itch. It could be someone who went after somebody for something and it just did not satisfy whatever it is they thought it was going to satisfy. Even though there's obviously you need help, right? You've got someone sitting right next to you willing to help you if you just ask. But no, instead, I think I'm just going to go ahead and, keep going on with the narrative, the scenario. We've got belly rubs, vulnerable. Maybe someone would feel too vulnerable if they asked for help. Oh, look at that, authority. Someone in a place of authority. Maybe someone needs to ask the help of people in authority. Maybe you'll get lucky and get one of the trustworthy ones that believe that their oath was a sacred bond between them and the Most High to serve and protect. I know there are a ton of them out there, but it's kind of like that card where you're kind of like hit or miss. We've got a camera, someone holding on to the memories, documenting, getting still shots, being watched, capturing certain scenes, memories. And of course, the song Hallelujah comes through my mind again. This is the one, it's a guy who sings it. It's very, I want to say there's like a drums in there. Of course, there's drums in there. Okay, sorry about it. This has to do with a piggy bank here. Someone's piggy bank, yo-yo, playing childish games, practicing, right? Could be a best friend, a sidekick, someone by the name Robin, Robert, Rob, Bob. Could have something to do with the springtime. Maybe a little birdie told you. Or maybe the little birdie is going to talk to someone who's in a place of authority about the situation, about the games that are being played, with someone's purse, their identity, their stature, their place in society. We've got a cabin here. Could have something to do with a lodge as well. Could literally be about a cabin in the woods. Maybe someone was paid. Let me see what we've got shaved. Someone shaved off the top. Someone got rid of the extra. Someone might be skimming the top of somebody's purse, of somebody's bank account. New moon. Maybe someone's getting rid of the new moon rituals, or maybe this is something that's happening in the new moon and there's a fight here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a fight for this money. There's a fight for the piggy bank. It's winding up. Something to do with a vehicle or a car. Also symbolic of somebody's physical body. We've got the clubs here. The clubs has anything to do with someone who would participate at the golf course. They have meetings at the golf course, you know. It's an expensive sport to be a part of. You can play it on your own. You have a group of people. You've got to plan it just so you don't hit the water. Should we see what clubs are involved here? Considering the clubs is underneath the purse. I don't know where those cards keep disappearing to. Huh. And it's a big stack of cards, so where on earth could they be? Isn't this interesting? You're like, is it really that interesting? I'm going to see if I can find them over here. Okay, this is on the floor. Sorry about it, folks. I don't understand where they would have just went to. All right, well, we could take our best guess on who the clubs are, I guess. Considering that's interesting. All right, well, I guess I will have to come across them later, and I will pull them later and put them on a community post. All right, we've got a dash, a figment, and time, a space and time. It's a range of something, of spirits. Someone's drinking, or they have a spirit attachment. Picking. They're picking which new moon to go at to work on next. We've got confusion here underneath the gloves. They're fighting and confused. A milk carton. The chakra system's upside down. Dr. Jekyll. Milk carton is also about missing people. They're winding up the childish games about the missing people, or their efforts about missing people. Chakra system's upside down. Somebody's chakra system's out of whack. It's underneath the body card or the automobile card. It could be somebody's friend whose chakra system's out of whack. Maybe this friend doesn't really believe in this kind of stuff. This person is not aware of the evils that lurk. They're still in denial. Landing on deaf ears. I seriously can't believe where those cards went. It's so bizarre to me. I took them out to work on them over there, and now they're not over there. All right, so Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, so someone is acting a certain kind of way behind closed doors. Someone might be confused about that. Again, they're fighting for this, they're fighting over this piggy bank, and it's causing a lot of confusion. We've got baby steps underneath the dash. Baby steps, figment, or a range of time at this cabin. Maybe someone's cutting down on drinking, pulling the plug on something. Maybe someone's putting some shavings in somebody's alcohol. We've got an empty dog bowl. Maybe someone's picking at someone's food, or maybe someone's picking at the fact that someone doesn't have anything. Maybe they're going to pick somebody's dog. We've got the genie lamp underneath this whole row of the piggy bank, and the fighting and the confusion. They're not understanding why they don't have this wish. Why can't they get the genie lamp open? We've got the skeletons in the closet regarding something that they consumed. Regarding this missing resurrection. Then we've got hiding here. You think you're not being seen, but you're being seen. We can see you just because you think you've got a good hiding spot. You do not. It's coming to the surface again. Your skeletons are being seen. And then we've got the parasite. They're hiding their connection to the clubs, to the evil side of the clubs. They were a part of the clubs because it was helping their purse. I strongly believe that the clubs were probably something that started off as good, and then they had to like keep upping the ante of who was like the top club member of the stuff that they did in order to be able to come into the club. We've got a warning label here about pulling the plug on something, relaxing in the spirits. Maybe the spiritual world is trying to warn somebody to pull the plug. We've got a loaf here and butterfingers. Somebody's bread and butter has slipped through their fingers. This money has slipped through their fingers. There's empty loyalty here. Someone's not being fed. Their bowl is empty. Tornado coming in underneath the confusion and the genie lamp. A natural disaster. Again, with the confusion, we've got the fighting over this dumb piggy bank, folks. And now we've got the butter to confirm the bread and butter. Someone was left out on the counter, just left behind. This person was meant to, why can't I think of the word? It's not, this person transmuted everything that they had gone through, right? They were able to adapt to their environment. Maybe this person was the skeleton in the closet because of this milk carton, and they're winding up the ups and downs behind it. All the trauma that they had gone through, perhaps. We've got a Scorpio or Scorpion. Scorpions just want to be left alone. But they will sting you. It's just part of their nature. Maybe whatever the Scorpio has done is coming back to the surface, messing with somebody's chakra system. You thought this person was a friend, obviously. And this is something that was probably 32,000 years old in the making, if you believe in past lives. Perhaps the Scorpion's chakra system is completely out of whack, multiplied. Multiplied rulers, multiplied plans. There was many plans here. Multiple CEOs, managers, heads of companies. They're all being a parasite. There's multiple people who are here planning things at this lodge or this cabin. They've been doing it for a certain amount of time in very small increments. They didn't think that they were being caught on to. They thought it was a slow drain. But it's coming to the surface. There are plenty of spiritual people who are able to connect to this wrongdoing, and they're speaking about it out in the open about the disasters that are going on in plain sight, mind you. Materialistic. These rulers are very materialistic. There's a warning label about materialistic. There's a warning label. Things are they're pulling the plug, folks. We've got a pineapple, prosperity, hospitality. They come and act like they're your friend. It's a great Chinese New Year gift because it brings luck. Coming for the new year, a gift of the Chinese New Year. Taiwan, Malaysia, Cecia? I can't see that. Property and wealth. Comes from South America between Paraguay and Brazil. It's a symbol of luxury and wealth. Unless it's upside down, then of course it's about, people getting together. But this prosperity and wealth has slipped through these people's fingers. They're left with nothing in their bowl because they kept picking at an individual during the new moon. These are materialistic people. They have been warned on repeat to relax on the spiritual world, and they needed to cut things short, if at all, get rid of it altogether. We've got multiple rulers here who are acting like parasites, using other people's resources. They were doing this in small quantities, as I said, over a range of time at this cabin or lodge or place in the woods. This is a situation that they've been hiding multiple evils, because Dr. Jekyll is just an evil individual behind the scenes, and that is their center card. So multiple evil acts have been going on, and they've been coming out through these people at these clubs. They join these clubs and then they're possessed. Or these people go and go towards these clubs because they're already possessed. And they're being used in order to, using other people's resources. These people are being used in order to manipulate other people. They seem really kind on the outside, but they're very, very evil behind closed doors. And they try to manipulate people out of their wealth, their purses, and whatnot. These can be people as your best friends. These can be people that you know. These can be people that seem like they're your sidekick, but all they really want is power. Weak individuals, immature, emotionally immature, low EQ for sure. Emotional intelligence is what I'm trying to say. They were trying to milk carton people, using their skeletons perhaps against them. The fact that maybe they were in a place of vulnerability and they probably needed help with things. Maybe people who have skeletons, those are their favorite kind of people. You gotta wonder, it's like, oh no, we love you here. It doesn't matter what you've done, because, you know, they actually want you to have done something, so that way they can use it against you. They want people to be able to be formidable, because they cause this chaos and everything else as far as the piggy bank is concerned. We've got the piggy bank in one corner. We've got the pineapple in the other corner as far as finances. This is all about money, folks. But we already know this. They want to cause tornadoes, natural disasters during the new moon cycle. So make sure that you keep your prayers in order, your house purified and saged, or whatever else that you do in order to clear the negativity in the space. The person of authority and the camera, vulnerability, needing help with your vulnerability. I feel like there's already people in a place of authority who have their eyes on this. It's already being, they're collecting the evidence. I don't know why I keep thinking about the time when I made the reading about people who were being taken and harvested or whatnot, and I did say a reading like they're coming to find you, and they're going to find you and rescue you. And at the time I was like, who are you to say that? How do you even know if that's even true? And then of course, no more than probably months later, big opening in the news that these people had been found. And yes, it's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many people, and I think that's when the Files trial started. So I'm going to say that yes, there is people in authority. They've got their eyes on this. They are taking the evidence. They are helping, even though maybe you didn't even ask for their help. They are helping in this situation. They've heard about what's been going on. They already know what's going on. They probably have already heard it from their friends about what's going on. And there's probably a few people who took on the case with their person barking in their ear and bragging about some of the stuff that they've witnessed or been a part of or seen. We've got the volcano card here. Something's coming to a head. We've got our incense. Send your prayers up to the Most High. You know, the scent of the incense is what brings the messages to the heavens. So the prayers have been heard. The purifications have been heard. It could be a sacrifice. People making the sacrifices, Neanderthal. It's just a real. It's like, come on, folks. Oh, they're just such a Neanderthal coming in over the the Dr. Jekyll. The mentality of the Neanderthal. Yes, a lot of people have the Neanderthal DNA within them. Regardless if you have a high percentage of that in your DNA, doesn't mean that you have to bow down to it. You can evolve. You can choose not to be a Neanderthal. You can get educated on emotional intelligence. Right? You can decide to be a more mature individual. Oh, it's just the way that I am. No, it's not. Are you saying that you're at the will of, you have no control in the matter, no choice? Our instincts are there to keep us alive when we're infants. Hello? And to protect us along the way. We've got a journey here. It is someone's journey to be that way, I guess. And Medusa blaming the victim. This could actually be someone who was a Medusa, is a Medusa. Medusa had a jealous sidekick who, from what I understand, there's two versions of the story. Medusa was getting all the attention from all of these people, and somehow she caught the attention of her friend's husband or whatnot, and then the girl or whatever put a spell over her so that way she would be a monster to look at and that nobody would want to be around her. She would stare off at the people and they would turn them into stone, whoever the object of her desire was or not. It was a way in order to protect her from these people, these assailants. The other story was that Medusa was attacked in a sacred building of sorts, and whoever was connected to that building was furious with Medusa for that happening to her. So the person in the building who owned the building or had something to do with the building put this curse over Medusa so it wouldn't happen again. It was like punishing the victim. So the outcome of that is Medusa, as I said, everyone she would look at would turn to stone, and nobody wanted to be around her because they were scared of her, because they knew what she was capable of. So this could be someone's actual journey of this whole thing that they're going through, where people were trying to make it so someone wouldn't want to be around somebody. But all the prayers that have been happening they're going to erupt. So keep praying. Keep sending positivity. Keep hoping that other people will find the want and the need to get healthy. And stop with what they're doing. That's all we can do. I would like to find those cards. I'll have to find them and I'll post it in the post. Or I could probably, even if I find them, put it in the title. I can update the title. We've got entertaining. And the number 5. There's a change in the entertainment. It's not so entertaining anymore when when the hunted are being hunted, huh? We've got Aries. This has something to do with this. It's like seriously all over cash, all over money. We've got sunshine. All of those cards are the same color with yellow, so yellow could be significant. empty, diplomacy. The number 2, there's a choice to be made here, a Gemini. Interesting that the Geminis with the 2 face. And then we had the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Someone is determined. The 1% is determined. Determined information, the 1% information. Only 1% of the people need to have the information. 1% of the population is all it takes in order to make a change in something. Just like there's 1% of the elite, there's also 1% of those who can make a change. I'm thinking Robin Hood. No one's saying to take from the rich and give to the poor. We're saying to take the knowledge that you have and make a change in the world. Community. Maybe we only have 1% of this information about this community. Maybe it's far more to know about it. It's a two-faced community, whichever group it is that we're going to the golf course. They're not winning. They're losing. Big losing. I think the next step for our leader should be to combat the WAR that we have going on our own lands as far as the milk carton situations that are going on. I mean, certainly there's knowledge there. We've got just done, final, finished, 3 upside down, spiritual work. Coven is not working. Usually it's a coven is 3 or more. Something's not working. It's done, finished, final. There's no apologies. They're not sorry. It has something to do with the letter A. First, middle, last. More than 3. It's not working. Cease and desist. That would be better than an apology, I'd say. Just stop doing it. Close. Close. Oh, that's sunny side. Thought we already had a sunny side come up. Open the sunny side. Oh yeah, sunshine. So stay in positive spirits. Could have something to do with like a sunny side senior center is what I'm thinking, or a sunny side of the world strategy. Reflect on the strategy, crying, an NDA snapped. Maybe someone's going to reflect on something and they're going to have, maybe they're reflecting on the strategy someone took photos of, the reality of the situation, and perhaps it's going to make someone cry. Maybe they're going to be asked to sign in a non-disclosure, or maybe someone was already signed a non-disclosure and they've snapped because they're really looking at the strategy of these people, the competition. It's not even a competition if nobody knows that they're in a competition. If only one side knows, it's not a competition. We've got ill upside down, reserved upside down, conservative, not reserved. This is a wild thing. Illness? Are they saying it's not an illness? This is just wild. This train. This is the L upside down. On the right track. L upside down, but it also looks like a 7, doesn't it? Spiritually, try again. On earth, cloud is upside down. As above, so below. On earth, not the beginning. It's been going on for quite some time with the initial D, first, middle, or last. You can't tell me that someone with that name is like working alone. I knew someone with the initial D, and they were apparently an attorney. And this person, no, D, that's the police officer. A police officer who got a wild hair up there behind and got upset about something that I had said and rallied the troops to make things a little bit more difficult. Dumpster dive. Maybe they're going to trash that whole strategy, that whole idea. This person, I feel, went to family members to ask them if they wanted to get involved in things and to support their project. I don't know how that actually turned out after they agreed to support the project, but I mean, if you're being coerced or lied to, then I mean, what are they going to say? Remember, we've got the club going on over here and the sidekick of someone who you thought was a friend trying to leave you with an empty dog bowl. Regardless of how loyal you are, they're going to empty your bowl. Somebody's aware to it. Oh, we got to get the cards out. These other cards. It's hard to see those words, isn't it? We've got a muse here. Someone is amused to this person's story. It's the whole reason why they even create or they live. They've got tech being involved. Plastic upside down. This is real. A heirloom. No forgiving. As far as that apology, there's no apology, no forgiving what they've done. But if you want to be forgiven for things, then you have to forgive others. It's just the way that it works. It also relieves you of the tension and the sickness that it can cause. But there is tech involved. This is real. This is real, folks. Keep an eye out for your dumpsters, too. There's people who probably dump things in the dumpsters that they're trying to get rid of evidence-wise. I know I've found a lot of weird stuff that just seem like literally someone's trying to just get rid of stuff. Get rid of the evidence. Like a whole apartment full of stuff probably has been dispersed over the last few months. That's interesting. All right, folks, make it a great day. Thank you so much for being here. And if you've made any comments, please come back and comment after this gets posted because all of the comments disappear. With that being said, take care.